I grew up in the church. My dad was a pastor for 25 years. When I was about 5, I went in the closet and asked Jesus into my heart. I think that's my personality, just a little more quiet, do things in private. So I came out and told my mom that I had asked Jesus into my heart. Actually, the process started for me in junior high, like an awareness of the world around me, an awareness of people who were hurting, people who were marginalized. And from that point forward, I really gave myself to ministry, like wanting my faith to be lived out in a tangible way. Entering into a relationship with people one-on-one, not a big group person. It's kind of strange where I am now based on that. Like Calcutta is one of the most crowded places in the world. Because I never thought I would end up overseas. So when I was in college, that wasn't my thought was that I would be a professional artist.
What changed?
I went overseas. I went in 1999, I went overseas for the first time, and I think what changed during that time was an understanding of God's love in a way that I had never understood it before for myself. Because I was able to see it in the people around me. I was able to see it in the Home for the Dying in Calcutta. And seeing God's love for one woman in particular who was dying of AIDS, and seeing that played out was what sent me back. Well, actually, it was because somebody had said, that woman has AIDS, be careful, don't touch her. That's when I basically decided, well, I'm gonna sit with this woman and love her, like, if I can. And I did. I did, holding her hand and singing worship songs, even though because I couldn't speak the language at that point. So praying for her. And the last day I was there, I was trying to communicate that I was leaving. And she grabbed my hand and started massaging my hand, which is one of the things I had been doing for her, massaging her hands and saying to me. And it was just this profound moment of like, I have something to give you too. Like, you can't leave here without receiving from me. And I think that was in that moment, under understanding of God's, like, you are sisters, you are, I've created you to be in relationship with this woman, if that makes sense. Like in serving and loving other people and seeing how profoundly God loves them, I was, at 26, for the first time in my life, able to really receive his love in a way that I hadn't really, let that in before. Sari Bari is a business initiative of Word Made Flesh, and it is for the women in the sex trade in Calcutta. In the red light district that we work in called Sonagachi, there's 10,000 women, and of those, 3,000 are called flyers. That means that they come in from the villages and they come in and work. From up to 3.5 hours away, they take the train in to work. And usually, the primary breadwinner, the male of the household, is incapacitated or has left or has passed away. Some of the women are trafficked. Someone will come into their village and tell them that we have a job for you. They'll tell their parents, 12 or 13-year-old girl, they'll say, we have a job for her. She can cook and clean in a house, and there'll be money, she'll be able to send it back. And she ends up being sold into the sex trade by somebody who she trusted, by somebody her family trusted. And once you're in, there has not been a way out. The people in the village find out you're not welcome at home anymore. I met one girl named Pinky, and she had just been there on the line for 10 days. And she still had that wounded, vulnerable, teary look in her face of a girl who's just gotten there. And her father was sick, her mother had died, and she had little brothers and sisters. And so her primary motivator for being there was poverty. Like, she was there for poverty because she had to take care of her family. She didn't feel like she had any other options. And I was just broken. I was just devastated that I had to walk away from her. And so my prayer was, Lord, if I come back here, I don't ever want to have to walk away from a girl like that again. I don't ever want to have to walk away. I want to have a place where she can go too. And so Sari Bari was created for the women to have a place to go to if they wanted to leave the sex trade. Basically, we're making a product that the women can make that's actually a product of India. It's a quilt made out of saris. Our hope is that the women can leave the sex trade. They can receive basic education. They can hear about Jesus. really it comes down to letting God live through me, because my love will always be inadequate. It will always be incomplete. So it's messy, but it's good. I have so much hope for all of us, for myself and for the women and for the church, really. I think I used to be pretty hard on the church until I saw myself as the church.